Yeah. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles in Connecticut, to the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds, preaching the truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom, Shalom to the elect. To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold, Shalom. To you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This is your brother Aram Yahawada with the lesson. And yeah, I did this a while back, a couple years back. Right? Yeah, January 24th, 2023. All right. And went to this restaurant, and this was on the door. So they're no longer accepting cash, right? So eventually this society is going to break down into being a cashless society, right? Yeah. This is on my other channel, the Israelite According to the Flesh, right? And but yeah, as you can see, this is this is real time. This is actually happening, right? Yeah, so as we get closer in real time, this is what's happening in your society, right in front of your face, and you don't even recognize it. You people are blind, right? It says, ask the merchant if they weighed the order on their smart scale. See, now they're starting to weigh your food, right? They're weighing the food, right? And this is the excuse that they're using of why they needed to weigh it, right? And accuracy weight ensures the order includes all items. Please confirm that the merchant, right? Because we're in that merchant city, right? Babylon the Great, right? That great whore, right? And you're coming into that time where you're going to be weighed the order on their what? Smart scale, right? So, right, this is the time where they're weighing the orders of weighing the food on a smart scales, right? It's that time. Yeah. So this is Revelation chapter 6, verse 1. Right. So this is Revelation chapter 6, verse 1. And I saw when the Lamb, right, and the Lamb is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, opened one of the seals. So, there are seven seals. So Yahweh Shai, which is the Lamb, is going to open all seven seals, because there was no one else worthy to open up the seals but the Lamb, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right? Right? So, and I heard as it was the noise of thundering, one of the four beasts, right, which are angels, right? Right? These are like cherubims, right? Angels, cherubims, saying, come and see. And I saw, and behold, which means to look, feast your eyes, pay attention, right? Because it's I saw and behold, right? Look, feast your eyes, pay attention. That's what to behold mean. And a white horse, right? Which is Yahweh Shai is on that white horse. He's the righteous one. True righteousness, right? Because white represents righteousness, and true righteousness is of Yahweh Shai, right? And he that sat on him had a bow, right, which the Lord is coming on with what the world ignorantly calls UFOs or UAPs, which are chariots, and going to shoot laser beams from the chariots. And he also controls the four beasts that hold back the four winds, which are the ICBM missiles, right? And a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer, right? So we know that that's Yahweh Shai, right? Yeah, it says Daniel chapter 7, verse 13. I saw in the night vision, and behold, which means feast your eyes, look, pay attention, one like the Son of Man, which is another way of saying Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? Right? It's Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, which really, his last name, it wouldn't be that. That's just a title, Hamashiach, basically meaning anointed, the anointed one, right? Is like I said, his name would be Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai Ba'af Dawadah, right? House of David, Ba'af Dawadah, the house of David, uh uh Yahwadah, right? Which would be his tribe, Judah. That's how you say Judah in the Hebrew, in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahwadah, right? So that would be his last name. If you want to say his last name of anything, you would say Yahwadah, Yahweh Shai Yahwadah, or Yahweh Shai Ba'af Dawadah Yahwadah, right? But to keep going, right? Came with the clouds, with the chariots, with the UFOs, the UAPs, what you call them, but we know these as chariots, the vehicles of the angels, right? That's what the Lord is coming with, and came to the Ancient of Days, which proves they're not the same person. They're not three in one. They're two different beings, right? He had to come to him, and they brought him near by him, before him, Salakia, and there was given him what? Dominion, a crown, was given him a crown, which means dominion, rulership, when you get given a crown, and glory, and the kingdom that all people, nations, languages should serve him, his king, should serve his dominion, right? His crown, his rulership is an everlasting dominion, rulership, that crown that was given to him, which shall not pass away, as the kingdoms that which shall not be destroyed, right? See, as other kingdoms passed away, right? Like I said, the Babylonian, the Medo-Persian Empire passed away, right? The Greek Empire passed away. Then you had the Roman Greco Empire stand up, but it had the deadly wound that was healed and returned through NATO, EU, and America. The deadly wound as the second leg of the Greco-Roman Empire, and which that's we're in. We're in that last stage of right before the returning of our Lord Yahweh Shai, right? And I'm gonna continue on in the 7th chapter. I'm just skipping down, same chapter, 17th verse. These great beasts, which are four kings, right? It's not talking about the actual four beasts like Babylon, the Babylonian, the Medo-Persian Empire. It's not talking about those kings. It has to be talking about the kings of Alexander, right? Because after Alexander the Great ruled his 12 years or whatever he ruled, and he died, four kings rose up from among the Edomite nation, right? The Edomites. So this is talking about that. So talking about this is going into the very last kingdom that's ruling before the Lord returns. So it says these great beasts, which are four kings, which shall rise out of the earth, right? Right, which those kings will be Ptolemy, Cassander, Seleucus, and Caicus, right? Because those were the four generals that rose up after Alexander died, and they ruled over, you know, you know, parts of the world, because that's when, matter of fact. So this is First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 7. So Alexander, right? Alexander the Great, he reigned 12 years, then died, right? So he had, a short rulership, 12 years. And he says, and his servants bear ruled every one in his place, right? So that's Ptolemy, Cassander, Seleucus, and then Antiochus, right? They all ruled in their own place. And after his death, and that they all put on crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them, right? So you're talking about, rulership after rulership, as things went on unto this very day, right, of the Edomite rulership, right? And evils were multiplied upon earth. Hey, and there's no more evil time than right now, why Babylon the Great is reigning over all these kingdoms, right? And not necessarily reign, but influence-wise, Babylon the Great has influenced all these nations, right? Because actually, Babylon is actually being ruled over by the small hats over in London and in Israel, right? So, because you got the international bankers that pretty much rules over everybody and over everything. So as of it, but they're all Edomites at the end of the day, right? And it says, yeah, and their sons, yeah, and evils were multiplied upon the earth, and it happened back then, and it's currently going on now, because it's gonna even multiply even more, right? It says, and there came out of them a wicked root. Oh, I hate this madness, man. I didn't even do nothing. It just and it came out of them a wicked root. And Caicus, right, surname Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, right? See, and he reigned in the 130th and 7th year of the kingdom of Greece, right? So that's why that it's the Roman Greco Empire, because, or the Greco-Roman Empire, right? Because the Greeks ruled over Rome before Rome was a empire, right? This is absolutely crazy. But yeah, so there's those four beasts, which talking about those men, right? Right, Ptolemy, and Caicus, Seleucid, and Ptolemy, Cassander, Seleucid, and Caicus, or Antioch. I guess you say Antiochus too, right? I guess it's Caicus or Antiochus, however you say it, right? Some people say it different, whatever, but it's like the same person, right? Um, but yeah, they came out of the earth. But the saints, right, which are the Israelites, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, right, and you Israelites around the world who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father, and especially if you come back to the fold, right? That is you, definitely. Saints of the Most High shall what? Take the kingdom. See, and it's ultimately that's what has to happen. Because when you going forth and conquering and conquer, you have to what? Take the kingdom. But the saints of the Most High, right? Right, dealing with the elect, shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever, right? Then would, right? So that's the end from the beginning, so to speak, right? Then he's going to go back to, you know, pretty much to present time right now before the coming of the Lord. And then would know, then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the other, exceedingly dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, right? Which is the Roman Empire, right? The Greco-Roman Empire, right? Or the Roman Greco Empire, however you want to say it. And his nails as brass, which devoured and break in pieces and stomp the residue with his feet, right? So he put us under his feet, right? Put the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian under his feet, right? As in rulership, put us into slavery, right? So that's how we know, right? And the 10 horns, right? Which represents the 10 horns, which is in Europe. Yeah, you know, those 10 horns being Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Greece, Spain, um, and Spain, England, and West Germany, right? Ireland and Portugal, right? Will be with the Spain and Portugal will be together, right? England and Ireland will be together, right? Because they're on the same, pretty much like that same landmass type situation. But yeah, those are the 10 horns, which basically is Berlin, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Spain, England, and Germany, right? Which are the 10 horns. And it says, and were in his head of another which came up, and before whom the fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth speaking very great things, right? Which is America, Babylon the Great. Speak of very great things, swelling words, right? Great words. Who look as more stout than his fellows, right? Dealing with I believe that was England first, right? But then England gave their power over to America, right? Right, that's England. It says, and I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them, right? So that's how we know where we're at, because we're prevailed against through that rulership, starting with the Greek Empire, right, all the way into this Roman, the second leg of the Roman Greco Empire, or the Greco-Roman Empire, second leg of that, right here in NATO, EU, and America, right, came from those, right. And see, and this is the time that we're coming into, a time of judgment, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom, right? See, so now we're coming to the time where we're going to start rising up, and we're going to possess this world first spiritually. That's what we're doing. We're spiritually confounding them, right? Because we were a no people, a nobody. They look at us like, oh, what are you guys talking about, right? It's hard to understand. It should be there, should be said that ye are the sons of the living power. Where there it was said you are not the sons of the living power. There you should be said that you are the sons of the living power. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Man, these ads just keep popping up, and I'm not even touching it to touch the ad. So it's only when you're reading the Bible. If I read anything else, other ads, this thing is not popping up. It's only when you're going into the reading the Bible, all of a sudden these extra little ads pop up without you even touching a thing, right? So that's crazy. But this is Hosea chapter 1 verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel, which really means son, we see children is really should be sons. Bun Yasharala, right? Bun Yasharala, which is sons. But yet the sons of Israel shall be as the sands of the sea, which shall not be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place right here, Babylon the Great, America, the second leg of the Roman Greco Empire, or the Greco-Roman Empire, which is here, the one with the deadly wound that was healed, right? That red dragon, which is dealing with Rome, right? In that place, it says, and it shall come to pass in that in that place where it was said unto them, right? Who? That's us, right? Ye are not my people, and it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. And that's through the breaking of the seals, right? Yahushua breaking the seals, and unleashing that knowledge unto the earth, until his sons, unto his children, right? Then shall the sons, right, of Judah, and the sons of Israel, right, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, right, which would be, well, starting with Yahushua, of course, but then we're going to announce King David to be our king, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel, right? So that's this. We're gonna get that to rule the world again, right? See, but that's just telling you the end from the beginning, right? We haven't got to that part. So right now we're in the midst of having to go through all the calamities to get through that, to go through the straight gate, right? Yeah, so that's a little bit how we know that we're in that time period right now, because what America stemmed off from England, right? And those all those European countries, and these are Europeans, these so-called European, self-proclaimed Europeans, should I say, who are self-proclaimed white people, have claimed and put on these names and these titles so you could be confused about what's going on. But we know that at the end of the day, their biblical biblical nationality is Edom, right? right, which comes from Esau. Esau, Edom, right? And when he had opened, right, going into the next verse, because he went forward to conquer, which is showing you that Yahweh Shai has to come and conquer this place, right, which is America, Babylon the Great, NATO, EU, and America, right? It has to happen, right? Right? And when he opened, who was that? Yahweh Shai. Opened up the second seal because he's the only one who was worthy to open up the seals, right? I heard the second beast, right, which is another angel, saying, "Come and see." Right? This is a totally different angel from the first one. So he's going to see furthermore of something different, a different vision, but nonetheless, what a vision. And there went out another horse, and that was went out another horse that was red, right? And that's Esau, right? That's Esau, red, right? Because that's Esau. You ate the red porous. That's how you got the word Edom, right? Or Idawam, right? Which is red. But not only did you eat the red porous, your face turns red, right? If you're angry, if you're upset, if you're sad, hey, if you're about to bust a freaking big one when you're supposed to be having some type of you know, you turn red, Just keep it what you call them though, you know, you're gonna turn red regardless, right? At the end of the day, you're red, right? Which going to Esau. A and power was given him, right? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, who is this guy who changed the image of our Lord, who dark skin, woolly hair, into something else that's actually an abomination according to the Bible, right? A sin according to the Bible to be leopard, right? To be white and pale, leprosy, right? Right, and then they'll show all these so-called men that's supposed to be men of the Lord, or these great supposed to be these pastors and this and that, and these people, well, all these pastors out here and these people without beards, even this Amalek, right? They'll say that they know the Torah and this and that, and you'll see a lot of them who's supposed to be Jewish or walking around with smooth faces, right? So, hey, it is what it is. So, but it was power given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, right? And that's what's about to happen right now. Complete and total peace is going to be taken from the earth in this Yaiquab's trouble, World War III, which is going to the hour of temptation and Armageddon, right? It's going to take peace from the earth, and they should kill one another, right? Russia's Edomites, America, NATO, EU, they're Edomites. They're gonna kill one another, right? Under this third world war, right? And they have throughout time, right? All these different wars, bankers' wars that they've been fighting, right? These right, and there was given him great a great sword. Hey, and that sword is going to go into what the ICBM missile, man. You're gonna have a really great sword, which is the ICBM missiles, right? And when he opened the third seal, I heard the third beast, right, and which is another angel, right? Totally different angel from the first one and the second one. This is the third angel. Said, "Come and see, and behold, and lo," which means to look, "a black horse," right? "And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand," right? And that's dealing with, that's the point what I was this is the point I'm trying to make right here in 5, because a pair of balance in your hand is what to weigh something, to weigh to weigh something. It's a balance. So you're going to balance it. You're going to weigh it out. And let's see what he's going to weigh out. And I heard the voice in the midst of the fourth beast. So this is another beast, totally separate, which is an angel, cherubim, right? A measure of wheat for a penny. So you're going to weigh out your bread, the measure of your bread or your wheat. You're going to measure out what you're going to eat, your food. So we're in that time where things are going to go cashless, and they're also weighing your food. That they're going to say that it's weighing it so that we know that it's the correct amount of stuff that's in the, in the bag. So we ensure that you get all your items. See, that's what they're saying. But no, it's not. It's way beyond that, right? This is going into Bible prophecy, right? So you can get your smart scale together, right? Get your smart scale together, and weigh out. Yeah, see, and weigh out, it says and measure a weight, the measure of wheat for a penny, and the third measure of barley, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, right? And that goes into, barley is like another way of having bread. You can make barley bread, but basically talking about your food, you weight what you eat, and what you eat is going to be measured. So we're coming into the time where your food is being measured. And on top of that, let's throw in the digital currency that they're out to push. They're out to push a cashless society, right? Barley for a penny, and see thus hurt not the oil and the wine. So, that's just, oil is for fatness, right? So, you're gonna and wine is for mirth. So, but as you can see, the fatness is still starting to be trimmed down, and the wine, the mirth, is being trimmed down. But the Lord said, don't hurt it completely all the way, right? So there seems like there's a little bit of goodness going on. Like people seem like they're doing all right now, right? And people are still having these parties and playing, But it's all so the Lord can come upon you suddenly as a thief in the night, man. It says, and the fourth, and see, this is going to prove it more, even furthermore. It says, and when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast, which is another angel, saying, come and see and look. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, right, which is Esau, Edom, also, right, which is going to deal with treacherous times when people are basically dying of thirst and hunger, famine, right? And he was that sat, and the name that sat on him was death, right? See, and hell followed him with him. Yeah, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth, which proves we're talking about America, Babylon the Great. See what I'm saying? So NATO, EU, America, right, is that stem off from over there in Belgium, Denmark, France, uh, Italy, Luxembourg, um, right? Was it the Netherlands, Greece, Spain, England, right? Germany. So all these different Edomites all encompass this place called America, Babylon the Great, which is in the fourth part of the earth, right? Right? Because we have the fourth quarters of the earth. So the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword and hunger. See? So now that you're measuring out that wheat and that barley and all these different things, and it's all really ultimately gonna get it to a place where you're gonna be people are gonna be starving to death, right? Because there ain't gonna be enough food, no provision, no oil or wine. But right now, as it may right now, there's a little bit of oil, there's a little bit of wine, and people are getting by. But pretty soon, even the oil and the wine is gonna be taken away from you, right? So you're in that fourth part of the earth, which what I'm proving, right? The second leg of Rome, of the Roman Greco Empire, the one with the deadly wound that was healed and returned, right? Which is talking about that Roman structure, right? And it says, yeah, the fourth part of the earth, right, which is America, Babylon the Great, to kill with the sword, right? The modern day sword is the gun, and with hunger, right, and with death, right? The so-called uh you know, boogeyman, the whatever they come up with, whatever new, I don't even know how to say it without what you call them. I'll say Myrus, right? Starts with a V, but I'm gonna say Myrus, right? Myruses, right? And those will be the things that kill you, right? Right? That put with death and with the beast of the earth, right? Which is NATO. NATO, you and America, that's that beast. And then America is that horde that rides upon the beast, right? Right? Yeah, so this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 14. And he deceived them that dwelt upon the earth, right? Which will give you that deception by saying that, by putting on those titles of being uh, Belgium, Denmark, France, the Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, right? Greece, right? Which that's really not a a complete cover up, but it's part of their cover up because the original Greeks were Japhetic, right? Which would be your so-called Hawaiians or Aborigines from Australia. Those are really the real Greeks and the real Romans, right? So those are cover up titles, but we know who conquered that during that time and had those names as Greek and as Roman, right? So this is how we know that those were Edomites, right? When King Herod ruled, right, over Judea, he was given that power by the Roman Edomites, which he's an Edomite, right? So this is how we know that was them, right? So, but these are all these cover-ups and a way to deceive the world to say, no, I'm a different nation. No, I don't know nothing about no Esau. I don't know nothing about Edom. No, Edom's done away with. And then turn around later on and say, well, according to scripture, well, I guess Edom will have to be here somewhere, but we don't know who Edom is still. Well, we know who Edom is. It's you, right? It's you. You're Edom. You're Esau Edom. You got given that power, right, to deceive the earth by the means of those miracles, right? Right? Saint Elmo's fire, because really those were the angels of the Most High, and the Most High uh, needed those things to happen. So a lot of times Esau got help from the angels in a lot of these battles, right? So that's why he thought he was one with the Most High, but in his wickedness, he can't help himself. He got proud. thinking that he's one with the Most High, because the Most High, Saint Elmo's fire led him over, Cristobal Colon over to America, which you call Christopher Columbus, over to these Americas, so that we could serve our punishment, so Judah and Ephraim can be oppressed together, right? And so a lot of those were miracles, the guns, the Gatling guns, those are miracles. And then what ultimately, the what is it called? Not the ICBM missile, but you had the hydrogen bomb or the atomic bomb, right? Which was another weapon that were a miracle, right? And then now you have your miracles that the charagma, the Croxton and Graffle, that you're able to insert into someone, and now they can hear, they can see, right? They can move their mechanical arms, things like these are miracles unto people, right? Right? When you can uh, have these satellites and you could see from outer space, and you could see all the terrain, and you can actually see license plates from outer space on down. You could read everything, everything that's going on. These are miracles, right? Your drones, your AIs. These are main ways of miracles, have that how you have deceived the people which had the power to give in the sight of the beast, right? Which is NATO, right? That's the beast system, right? And they had this power in the sight of NATO, even though eventually NATO, whatever, they're going to be embarrassed of you. They're going to be ashamed of you, right? Because even your mother should be ashamed of you, which is England, going into that whole NATO region, which they have missiles, and they're going to shoot missiles upon America, Babylon the Great, and say to them that dwell on the earth that they should make the image of the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. See, that's what we're talking about, the Roman Empire. So if you look at all throughout all the world, all these people have like some type of parliament, some type of Congress, whether you have a president or a prime minister, right? And was it Russia? They have both, right? Because Putin pronounced himself as a prime minister, and then when when it was time for him to vote, to see if they were going to vote for him to be, for the next prime minister, he changed it from being prime minister to a president, which is basically ultimately the same thing, which basically means you're the king or the ruler of that land or that providence, because the real kings, which is the shadow government, which, by lack of a true name, but of with understanding, the Illuminati, right? Right? They're the enlightened ones. They're the ones who know what's going on the left hand side, right? Because the true Illuminati ones are the elect of Yahweh Bashem Shai, right? But keep going, right? In the sight of the beast, and said to them that dwell on the earth, they should make an image of the beast that had the wound by the beast, image of the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live, right? Because Rome fell for a while, right? Which is the western part of Rome fell, right? Which that deal with the Edomite side of Rome, but you had the eastern part of Rome that continued, which were Jakes, right? And that's where you have the what's it called? The rulership means uh, but damn, I hate when I go through that. But well, they call basically they call it the Dark Ages, which is the time that Jake ruled. Byzantine, there you go, Byzantine Empire. Going into that time period, Salakia, I knew it come to me. Lord, the water, Yahweh Bashim Shai, for letting it come to me. to the to the Byzantine Empire, right? But that's the western part, and then Esau going down for 1,000 years, going into the Caucasus Mountains, because you were from Mount Seir, but then the nations pushed you up into to the Caucasus Mountains, which later on you came out and said and declared to the whole world that you were Caucasian, right? Which is strange. All of a sudden, if you type up Caucasian, you can't find it says a so-called white man, and you don't see that now. But all while we grew up for 40 years, for 40 years of my life, right? I known you as Caucasian, but now that the truth came out, and Caucasian means cave dweller, by the way. Right now it's hard to find that, right? Because the truth has came out, you know, and he had power to give, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? Right, put things in motion, start declaring different decrees, laws, decrees, put in your military, put in your police, go into your courthouses, declare yourself to be white through your courthouses, put this all into implemented into and then all the way into modern times where you're actually using your AI system to declare it, to speak, right? I mean, it's getting so crazy that you're pulling into the drive-through to order some food, and it's an AI. Hey, how may I take your order? Right? You call on the phone, it's AI. So you're causing your system to start to speak, right? Right? You got a lot of I think it's in San Francisco. You got AI. You got robot cops that go around and give tickets for parking tickets. You got AI robots that deliver your food at Denny's. So I mean, it's not everywhere right yet, but it's starting to pick up, to manifest. So he's starting to cause these things to speak, right? So it says the image, yeah, and gave life into the image of the beast, and the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. See, and through that, the AI and all the other stuff, they can track brothers. So we're doing these digital epistles, we're putting them up on YouTube and this and that AI will be able to track those and know who is not bowing down to the image of the beast, right? Now they got a way to go after you, right? Because you know, you got your Facebooks, your Instagrams, your all these different things that brothers is using, TikTok, using as avenues to push the truth. But now, what be it that may, now they got a way to use that technology, that AI, and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And so now they're going to start. It's going to become a point where the truth is well, it always is taboo to this world, but taboo to the point of death, man, right? And because we're warning the people on what's to come, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, right? The charagma, right? The Karax and Graphel in their right hand, not in Graphel, but Graphel. It's like the Karax, the Karax, Charagma, the Karax, Graphel, right? Graphel having basically being the motherboard, so to speak, a small micro grain of rice, which has a microboard or motherboard, or what they call a motherboard, of information, which is going to have all your details of your information, your driver license, your arrest record, your dental record, your banking record, your whatever, your job record, whether you wherever everything is going to be there, right? You know what I mean? Which they kind of showed you that in that Back to the Future, one of the Back to the Futures, when Michael J. Fox, he went back to the future, or he went to the future, and his boss called him, which is basically like a Skype. Back the time we didn't know what that was. It's like a Skype, or or FaceTime. On your iPhone calls it FaceTime, and then on the thing it's called a Skype. But basically a Skype or FaceTime. His boss FaceTimed him, and then he sent him a thing without his permission. It sent and automatically went to his house. Boom, and said it was fired. The wife had to get in. She was I don't know if she no, she wasn't drunk. She seen herself or whatever fell out, but she was able to swipe her hand, or so to speak, and to get into the house without they didn't have any keys. So she was able to get in the house without any keys. These are the times that they're talking about. So cashless societies, right? Getting back to that, basically, right? So it calls all small, both it calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, right? Right? Basically, you're rendering your power, you're rendering up, saying that this is your God, this is who you want to worship, right? And that no man might buy or sell, right? And I like this one right here. Save he, right? Because you're trying to save yourself. You're trying to save he that had the mark, right? The charagma, the charagma, Charax grapho, right? The charagma is the mark. Charax is the delivering system, right? Via needle or whatever it takes for them to get in your scalpel. To go into your head, you got to do a scalpel, cut open your head, drop the thing down into your head, however to get the RFID identification mechanism of any kind that's going to deal with all information everywhere, right? Especially your currency, to go cashless, right? It says or the number of the beast, or the number of his name, right? So dealing with that whole thing, you with the beast system, you're what? You're police officer. You're a military. You're already integrated. Government jobs. You want to keep your government job. Hey, you gotta have the name of the beast, right? You gotta have that number, right? Which is gonna have all your information, right? So what? Here is wisdom, right? Wisdom from on high, not the world's wisdom. Wisdom from on high. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, right? Which dealing with, this system, which is, you could you can use, the back of any product. Everything has a product code, which the bar on the side, the one in the middle, and the one on the far side, it represents 666. But it's also that barcode is going to be within that motherboard, or that microboard of the grain of rice that's going to be in there, in your forehead, or in your right hand, or your left hand, or your butt cheek, or wherever you get it in your body. Once you get it, you have gotten the mark, that no man can repent from, right? So and it says, yeah, yeah, and the number of the, and count the number of the beast, for the number of that of the of a for it is the number of man, and his number is 600 threescore and six, which we know that's 666. So we know that this is, they have these article number 666, housing order 666. This, all these things go back into these um you know the they had you know the 6 feet of separation during the pandemic, which right before you went up to the cash register, you literally had 666, and then you went to the cash register, right? So they were showing you right there, a small example. So with all that, I want to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles in Connecticut, to the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching the truth with sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners, whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence, and a Bible ball.